You are tuned to Kol Israel, the voice of Israel, broadcasting from Jerusalem. Now the Weekend Report with David Zev.
We begin with a segment not yet aired of an interview this week with Kadima Knesset member and former Interior Minister Meir Sheetrit, who wants all potential immigrants to go through a 5-year temporary residence period before the Israeli government would determine whether they could then become citizens of the Jewish state.
I don't believe, what's happening. I see different kind of organization, NGOs, living on that, collecting money with the name of Israel, try to bring into Israel the Falashas and the Bnei Menashe and Shavei from China. When I was Interior Minister, I didn't let anybody to come in that way. Because I believe we should take care of our problems alone. We don't have to add more and more. Israel is now a very developed country. Many people will look in any way to live here in order to have a good quality of life without being Jews. That's what they're doing, and many of them are doing it. And I think we should really take care of the identity of the State of Israel. We would like to choose who are going to live here. Everybody does it in the world. Every developed country do it. The European, only lately, the last year I believe, Europe make a very large legislation about what they call unification or immigration to those states.
Yeah, but we're not Europe. We're the Jewish state, the return of the Jewish people to their homeland. It's a different situation.
So I'm not suggesting, as I told you before, not to give a possibility to enter to the state to anybody who wants to come. But he can live here as a resident for 5 years. I would like him to see that he's making an effort really to be a good citizen. Then we give him citizenship.
Kadima Knesset member and former Interior Minister Meir Sheetrit. Michael Freund is founder and chairman of Shavei Israel. Michael, welcome to the program. First of all, what is Shavei Israel?
Shavei Israel is an organization that I founded 7 or 8 years ago, which is dedicated to reaching out to descendants of Jews around the world and strengthening their connection with the State of Israel and with the Jewish people.
And you have been bringing, among other groups, the Bnei Menashe and the people, certain groups, certainly just recently from China as well. What is your reaction to the comments of Meir Sheetrit?
Well, I think they're very unfortunate. It's sad to hear that Mr. Sheetrit has lost sight of the reason why this country was founded, which was to serve as the homeland of the entire Jewish people. He has essentially adopted a post-Zionist view, and I think that's very unfortunate, because the fact of the matter is that groups such as the Bnei Menashe and the Jewish descendants of Kaifeng, China, and others are part of the extended Jewish family, and because of what they endured over the centuries in the diaspora, many of them were cut off from our people for a very long period of time, and now they are reaching out to us and looking to return to their roots and to the land of Israel. And I think that we, the Jewish people, have a historical responsibility, a moral responsibility, and even a religious responsibility to embrace them and to welcome them back home.
Now, the Knesset member, Meir Sheetrit, former Interior Minister, seems to be complaining about the fact that you have non-profit groups, NGOs, private organizations, whatever, that are taking over perhaps where the government should be doing this kind of thing. Do you work along with the Israeli government?
I'm certainly in favor of working together with the Israeli government. I think that outreach to descendants of Jews is an issue of such importance that it needs to be on the agenda of the State of Israel and world Jewry. It's something that we as a people only stand to benefit from, whether demographically or spiritually. Around the world, there are these communities with a historical connection to the Jewish people who are knocking on our collective door and asking to be allowed back in. So I think that a way needs to be found to make that happen.
He, Meir Sheetrit, again, mentioning the point of even non-Jews coming. That appears to be more of a problem when it comes to immigrants from the former Soviet Union, but are we sure, is the Israeli establishment accepting these Bnei Menashe? Where do they come from exactly, you mentioned?
The Bnei Menashe are descendants of one of the 10 lost tribes of Israel,
Menashe,
the tribe of Menashe.
Which part of the world do they generally live in or have lived in at this point?
They are now in northeastern India, in the states of Mizoram and Manipur, along the borders of Burma and Bangladesh. Over the past decade, we have brought over more than 1,500 members of the Bnei Menashe to Israel. When they come here, they all undergo conversion by Israel's chief rabbinate.
And that is why? Because we're not sure that they're Jewish, or just to make sure, or what?
Well, the chief rabbi ruled in March 2005 that the Bnei Menashe are Zera Yisrael, or descendants of Israel, but that they need to undergo conversion in order to remove anything that their personal individual